Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a woman charged in a crash killing a child is now facing murder charges. We're getting new details into the newsroom.
Plus, the state representative speaks out as her accused attacker appears back in court. We're breaking down the latest on the case.
And residents in one community are fed up after weeks of not receiving mail. We're tracking the mail mayhem and why they're being told to come into the store.
Plus today, one of the busiest holiday travel days, and we're at Bradley Airport with what travelers can expect.
Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. New tonight, the man accused of assaulting a state representative returns to court once again.
Fox 61 political reporter Emma Wolfhorst was there and she joins us now in studio with an update. Emma.
Brent, Sarah, Andre Desmond faced a judge again today charged with 6 felonies ranging from attempted sex assault to strangulation after he allegedly attacked State Representative Miriam Khan outside the Center back in June. Khan says while taking pictures with her children and family outside the XL Center in downtown Hartford, Desmond approached her. She says he came, quote, too close for comfort and made inappropriate remarks. Khan says Desmond grabbed her face and said, "Give me a kiss," and then physically attacked her. Jason Spencer, a bystander, stepped in and restrained Desmond until police arrived. Spencer's now facing an assault charge, but Khan credits Spencer with saving her life.
Good Samaritans like Jason Spencer deserve to be rewarded for their bravery and not held accountable. It's a painful process. It's been a painful and traumatic process for my family and I, and we're taking it day by day.
At today's hearing, Desmond attempted to read a written statement but seemed confused, asking his lawyer what was going on. Khan's attorney says, according to Desmond's lawyer, he is not cooperating with the investigation and currently could not stand trial. Today, the judge ordered Desmond to receive a mental competency evaluation. Court is now continued until February 1st, at which time it will be again determined if Desmond is fit for trial. Khan's lawyer says this could be the first step toward an eventual plea of not guilty by reason of insanity, but he says he will see what happens come February. Sarah, Brent.
All right, Emma, thank you. An update now on a case we've been following since September. A Cromwell woman is facing murder charges now in connection to a crash that has been linked to a toddler's death. Last hour, we told you Devonnie Miller is facing reckless driving and risk of injury to a child charges. Those charges were brought by Cromwell police. State police say they have now charged Miller with murder. She's being held on $1 million bond. She is accused of crashing on Route 9 back in September and then leaving the scene with a child. A few hours later, after the crash, Miller was found walking along Route 9 without the child, and police say the 2-year-old was eventually found near the Connecticut River and was pronounced dead at the hospital. Miller will be arraigned on these new charges tomorrow.
Firefighters rushed to the scene of a fire in Thomaston. It happened at home on Jackson Street around 4:30 this morning. Everyone got out safely. It took about 30 minutes for firefighters to control the fire. Right now, we don't know what the cause is. Hartford police are searching for 3 suspects who vandalized 4 downtown buildings. Police say 3 women were captured on surveillance video spray painting on buildings and sidewalks at the Gold Building, Travelers Building, the Wadsworth, and the Front Street lofts. The graffiti included swear words and references to the Israel and Hamas war. No arrests have been made.
Well, residents at one mobile home park in Waterford are shocked to discover they are no longer receiving mail in their mailboxes.
And tonight we find out why. Fox 61's Carmen Chow spoke to neighbors who say they're fed up.
This is happening at the Woodland Mobile Homes Park. Residents here tell me they haven't received mail in 2 weeks. And even though they eventually found out why, they say it's a reason they don't exactly agree with. Here on Woodland Drive, some have lived here for decades and others a short period. But what they all have in common, none of them have been receiving mail in their mailboxes.
It's just aggravating.
Days turned into weeks of no mail.
And then I started thinking something's really wrong.
Until Patricia Capps received a notification on her phone telling her to pick up packages at the Waterford post office. And it turned out to be more packages than she expected.
I've ordered packages for Christmas, and I had to go to the post office 3 times to pick them up, but nobody's telling me nothing.
Had she not received the notification, she and others would not have known to pick up their mail temporarily at the post office instead.
There's a lot of people in here who don't own cars and have to have their meds delivered.
Fox 61 reached out to the United States Postal Service to get answers, and they claim Woodland Drive has poor road conditions, saying in part, quote, "We are currently working with the property owner to expedite installation of new mailboxes that we can access safely." The potholes at one point were so large, another resident complained about it to the property owner.
There were a couple that were at least a foot wide and maybe 6 or 7 inches deep. I had to replace one of my tires.
But Sandra Dreyfus believes the mail carrier can still hand out mail while avoiding those potholes.
As you do the walking, you're not walking down the middle of the road where the potholes are. You're walking a line because you want to be able to put in the mailboxes, so you're closer to the homes. And those parts don't have the potholes.
USPS told me they hope to install these new mailboxes as soon as possible. I did also reach out to the property owner for a comment, but I've yet to hear back. Reporting in Waterford, Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thank you, Carmen. Local leaders now calling for a probe of medical device recalls. Senator Richard Blumenthal wants the Government Accountability Office to review the Food and Drug Administration's oversight of the delayed recall of 15 million Philips Respironics CPAP machines. This after the FDA reportedly withheld at least 30 reports about issues with machines from as early as 2010.
They kept it quiet. Thousands and thousands of these machines are still out there, potentially life-threatening, and Philips has failed to replace them.
Blumenthal is calling for a review of the missed opportunities by the FDA to fix those machines.
Turning to the weather now, another chilly day outside.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now with a look at the forecast. Rach.
Cool now and getting even colder as we head into tonight and tomorrow morning. We'll see overnight lows tumbling into the teens for a lot of the state as we head towards daybreak. And this is all right in time for the winter solstice, which is tonight at around 10:30. 33 degrees right now in the Hartford area. We're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 30s for the Connecticut shoreline, and something that we love to see after back-to-back rain and windstorms, nothing on the radar for a change. Tonight we'll see temperatures tumbling through the 20s and again even into the teens as we head towards tomorrow morning. So it will be a cold start to the day. 14 the overnight low in Torrington, 19 in Norwich, and right around 20 for the Connecticut shoreline. These numbers might be a little conservative, meaning it could be a few degrees cooler than this. If the wind goes completely still, temperatures could tumble even more than I've predicted here. But either way, you get it. It's a cold start to the day tomorrow. Tomorrow is partly cloudy to mostly sunny, and high temperatures stay in the 30s. So feeling appropriately wintry for the first full day of winter on Friday, but the chill does not last. We'll take a look at the warming trend this weekend, and for Christmas Day, the numbers may impress you coming up.
I hope you brought your puffy jacket to work, Rachel. You're going to need it tonight. Thousands of people are expected to fly in and out of Bradley International Airport over the next week. Across the country, we're on track to see a record amount of travelers this year. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is at Bradley with what you can expect if you're flying.
Well, if you're flying out of Bradley to see your family and friends for Christmas over the next week or so, you're one of about 110,000 people that are going to file through these TSA gates behind me. Experts saying this puts us back on track for pre-COVID numbers for travel. It's that time of year yet again. Time for hundreds of thousands of people to hit the sky for the Christmas holiday.
Leading up to the holiday, we have a lot of people traveling today, tomorrow, and Saturday.
Whether you're flying to somewhere cold and snowy or just looking for a tropical getaway, Bradley is packed with people heading to their favorite spots.
I'm heading down to Florida for a family vacation.
And while we all know Santa will be bringing all the best gifts on Christmas morning, airport leaders say the gifts you choose to bring in your luggage are at risk of being opened a few days too early.
And people need to keep in mind that if one of those items sets off one of the detection machines, a TSA agent may have to open that wrapped gift. So the recommendation from the TSA is for people to put those items in a bag, so if it's taken out, it can easily be put back together or just wrap the gifts when you get to your destination.
It's also recommended to check into your flight 24 hours early, have a passport or ID somewhere that's safe and accessible for when you get to TSA, and know the busy times for your airport to ensure smooth travel. And if you're somebody that plans on leaving your car here, if you're parking at Bradley, make sure you leave a few extra minutes when you get here to find that parking spot. The closer we get to Christmas Day, the less available ones there are going to be. In Bradley, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.